Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Sorry I haven't posted much. A lot has happened over the time, and also with my birthday coming up, so there's been a bunch on my plate. Life isn't always that great also, but I've been needing to post anyway, so I decided I'd make a comeback, of course. And I am going to go through my console bin. So if you didn't see my earlier post I just legit just made, I have a lead on a Game Boy Advance SP. Missing the charger, likely a bad battery. Don't think it has any games. It's silver. And then I also have the lead on a red and black Nintendo DS Lite in the case. Same one as my sister owns, except also missing the power cable. But I own a white DS Lite, so I own a power cable, which I stole from my sister. And I know where I can get a battery for it. And then I know the Game Boy will likely need a battery too. I need to buy a power cable for the Game Boy also. And I'm not going to do the USB-C mod. Sorry to all you modern guys who like to mod their consoles, but I think you're ridiculous. Just stick with the old one. But we're going to go through the miscellaneous game console bin. And obviously I'll start with my Game Boy, which has the little crack in the corner of the screen, but she still works pretty good, and I used it a little while ago. And then we do have Pocket Simon. This thing runs off, I think it was 4 AA's and 9 volt. No, 2 AA's and 9 volt, which is like, oh, so much better. And this does work-ish. We got Wheel of Fortune. This one works except some of the keys, because the battery, there's a lot of these consoles had batteries left in them from the 90s, and it turned out like really bad, but they all worked. We got Jumble. I must pull the batteries out, which wouldn't surprise me at all. I got these old little consoles. Got Double Dragon. I do have a Game Boy Color. I was told there were 2 Game Boy Colors, but my parents want to keep those because they don't own any. And I just realized I left batteries on this. Whoops. Still works. There's the case for that, too. I have a little, like, adapter piece to make it look nice. I got this little console here. Not a bad one. I have this one, which has really gnarly corrosion, but does work, stupidly enough. It's fancy 2-in-1 solitaire. I got Jeopardy, also has some shoddy buttons from corrosion. Another Tiger game, this one's football. This is the quality of GM in a nutshell, because I'm a Ford guy, so this just makes me love them so much more in no way, because they suck. So yeah, this is exactly GM quality. This is a GM branded calculator. It's supposed to flip open when you release that, but it doesn't do that. The power is very shoddy, the keyboard's falling off, and it barely works. And it's ridiculous. It's just the definition of GM in a nutshell. Crappy and broken. I do have my Discman. This has a broken digital screen, which I can't replace because you can't pull the door assembly off or the whole thing apart, really. It's mildly inconvenient, but it technically does work good. I mean, it doesn't really skip much. We have Simon's Quest. I tested all these way back when they all appeared to work. I got the Series 2, my only Series 2 sports line, armband radio. I want to get the Walkman. Got the 5-in-1, which has like all the poker games, because, you know. Here's the original Game Boy Advance. This is my first one. I'm thinking of giving it up because I'm getting the SP. I got this because it was, I think, $40. I think there's batteries in this too. Also, the power switch has been shoddy since I got it. It's an original purple edition from 2001, or 2000, not 2001. So it's first gen and all that. And it works good. I don't have any problems with it, but I got the SP, which I wanted in the first place, but couldn't afford because they were like a lot at GameCon. So I'm probably giving that one up. And then I do have Pocket Slot. This one's actually kind of fun, if I'm being honest. We have the Fishing Champion game, because, you know, why not? I got my, this is my favorite Game Boy Advance game. I play usually on the DS Lite because I can. The Final Fantasy 1 and 2 Dawn of Souls. That game's fun. Whole lot of Xbox games, Nigel Mansell's World Championship, and I have 2 copies of F1 Race. One doesn't have the crack in the corner, which are actually, I've seen a few with the crack, which this one doesn't have. And then I have one with the crack in the corner. We got Pocket Poker. Let's see what else we got in here. I think I was going to sell this, but I haven't gotten around to it because they're only worth like $5. I got a lot of Xbox games. This is where... Oh, I got this game because I thought it was really cool. It's got some pretty good color to it, if I'm being honest. I do have a DS sleeve, which I'm probably going to give up because it's pretty lame, and I got a case. Oh, let's see. Super Mario Bros. I think that's all the little consoles mainly, are all the main attractions. But yeah, technically they all work. I pulled the batteries out of almost all of them. I think the only reason these ones had is because I brought them to school at one point because I could show them off and enjoy them a bit. The Game Boy, I have like carry cases for almost all these. I have the original Game Boy carry case. I don't have a color one or an advanced one. I have a carry case for my DS. And then I do have a couple other carry cases that I bought at GameCon for like my DS and stuff, but never got around to using them. So I have this one here. Which really isn't that bad if I'm being honest. It pretty much will hold the DS and stuff. And then I have... Oh, it's for my calculator. That's for my battery pack. Those ones are taken. Yeah, those are the main consoles, and I do have the Super Nintendo, the original Nintendo, Atari 2600, and the Sega Genesis 1601, PS1, Xbox 360 Nyko Edition, Wii that I borrowed from my dad, wink wink. Same with 360 in a way. Xbox One S. And then, otherwise, that's mainly it. I have a couple other consoles here and there. But yeah, so overall, there's not much going on. The Discman's still in pieces. I haven't had time to get around to working on that because I don't have the cleaning stuff I really need for it. And then I do want to do a cooling fan mod to the IBM tower using these V60 fans because they're 12 volts, and they'll work on that. Got some RAM chips from my grandpa's computer, gauges out of his boat. And then, otherwise, that's about it. Tomorrow I'll make a video of me pulling apart the Game Boy and DS and doing the battery pullouts or whatever. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye.